Hello everyone, this is Naj, finally, back with another video for Test Mode Insiders. If you may have watched our important update video, Daniel said stuff about me asking what to post, and that is true. Like, I don't have anything to post, but I kind of do, and this is one of them. It may take a while to do this video, so get ready for some long video, or this long video. I don't even know how long it's going to be. Let's just get into it. So, this is going to be the review of the Groove It by Hasbro, released in 2003, I think. Let me just get it real quick. Where did it go? Oh, screw you! Oh. Okay, it's over here. No worries. Sorry about that. Let's just wait till this thing shuts up. Come on. Thank you. So, the Groove It, well, I'm gonna start off with a description because it's kind of hard to actually describe. It's shaped, I can't really tell. It's kind of shaped like the Simon Swipe, but it's way thicker, and it's it's not flat at all. It's got like a lot of things that are not thin. On the, I guess you can call it the back, the thing that's facing towards you, when you're playing it, is the battery door. It takes 3 AA's, just like a lot of other games, and above, kind of above, because there's like an inner, not an inner circle, but there's like inner things. The inner part of this oval-shaped whole thing has buttons on it. There are 5 buttons in total, and on the top, as in the part, I should say the front, the part that's the farthest away from you, and on where the buttons are, there are sensors. On the top, there are 5, and on the back, there's 1. 2 of them, in fact, but they only do the same thing. So, it doesn't matter which one. These sensors sense that you've moved your hand close to them, which is one of the most innovative parts about the game, because that's the only way you play it. You use these sensors, you touch them in a certain order, move your hands in a specific way to use or to do the commands. And I'm going to be talking about the buttons next. So, there are 3 buttons on the left and 2 buttons on the right. If you hold it the way I do, which has the very thick part on your left hand, and the part where the little, there's a few circle-shaped weird bend things that are supposed to be lights that light up how many lives you have, and a little thinner kind of grip on your right hand. I don't really use that. I just use it for gripping when I'm not doing anything, but I kind of don't, because the only thing I do is use the little, not the little, but the very thick grip on the left. You could switch this around, but it'll potentially screw your sensor movements over. So, I started playing this, like, the first 12 hours the wrong way, and Daniel actually told me how to hold it, so thanks for that. And also thanks for uploading the Groove It tutorials, because now I can show people how to do the moves. Anyway, the buttons. On the left, there are 3 of them. Sorry for the alerts. The top one is the one that turns the game off and on and off. The second one is the music change button. There are 2 beats. and the bottom one is the volume. There are 3 volume settings. And like always, it first tells you what setting you're on before changing it, just like the new jam. I don't know if the game button does that, which is the bottom part of the 2 buttons on the right. Well, it's not. Well, it is game. I should call it game. And if you hold that, it tells you your high score. And on the top is the start button. These buttons are just oval shaped, pretty small. Well, they're kind of like lines, but they're buttons as well. And in between that, there's these sensors. They kind of feel like triangles, if you know what I mean. So that's basically all you need to know about the game's description. It's kind of hard to describe. But now let's get into what the buttons do before I start playing the game. So I'm going to turn it on, and I'll make this noise. This is a game, just like the new jam again, where you have to press the button to turn it on. And it will turn itself on if a new battery is plugged in. First, let's talk about the volume. I pressed it 3 times, and now it's back to the default, as in the highest one. And of course, the center button, this music, or that music. I like this one better. And the bottom just selects your game.
Groove Basic.
Groove Basic is your completely normal game where you add up to different moves. Like, you actually get moves added as you go along.
Groove Advanced.
Groove Advanced is kind of like Groove Basic, except it adds moves quicker. And if you unlock it by getting to it in a specific mode, you will unlock Groove Expert, which is basically just all the moves in one until like 300, and it's hard. I actually don't remember all my high scores, but they were kind of cool.
Groove Circle.
And there's Groove Circle, which is kind of like the passive version of Groove Basic, and you only have 1 life, and you have to start over every time. This is a game where you have 3 lives, which is kind of cool. The games that I know of that do this are the Bop It Smash and Bop It Tetris. No more, as to my knowledge. I don't know if any other games do it. But that's cool. And
Groove Basic.
of course, I don't have any high scores, so if I hold it, it gives me nothing, because I just reset. So let me turn this off and describe how to do the first 3 moves that you'll encounter when you start Groove Basic or Groove Advanced, or almost any Groove game except for this for the Expert, because that will do anything. First, one thing to keep in mind, the Groove It never issues one command that is the same as the previous one was. It never does doubles. It always moves to a different one, even when there are 3 commands. Yeah. The 3 moves are the Scratch, which is just you touching the sensor that is the closest from you, as in the closest to you, should I say, the one that's next to the buttons, or kind of like in the center of the buttons, should I say. Next one is the Zoom, which will allow you, you'll have to go through the, actually, I don't think I can describe this without actually describing the sensors, because I haven't done that yet. Yeah, I know I'm not prepared for any of these videos, just like Daniel. I just, do them. The sensors are in, well, kind of like a D-pad fashion. What I mean by that is that there's one close to you, which I call down, one away from you, which I call up, one which is like an oval shape in between those two, which I call center, and one to the left and to the right of the center thing. So you have to go down, center, up to do the zoom. At first, I thought it actually said tube, but it's not. It's the zoom. I kind of don't know why he says it that way, but he does. The slide is the same thing, except you go through the x-axis instead, so it's from left to right and not from down to up. And you have to go through center. If you just touch left and right, it won't work. Another thing to keep in mind is that every move, except for the scratch, has two sounds associated with it. So when you start the move, or when you get to a specific point, you'll hear one part of the move sound, and when you end the move, or do it correctly, you'll hear the second part of the sound. Sometimes the sounds can be so seamless that you won't notice, but I will try to emphasize that as I play. Now, I have no idea if I'll be able to explain how you do the moves as you go through, because there is a little bit of a pause. But I may have to, well, try and describe the moves after I fail or something like that. So I'm going to put the Groove It on medium volume. My volume button is a little sticky. Like, it works, but it's like, it's kind of hard to get used to. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start playing, and I'm going to start doing the sensor stuff. Here we go.
You ready to groove?
Yeah, I'm ready to groove.
Let me see you do the scratch. Zoom. Try again.
I just messed up because I wasn't going on the line on the center. I was
Let me
moving
see
straight to
you
the
do
right instead.
zoom. Slide.
You see?
Scratch.
Two sounds. Like
Slide.
this.
Scratch.
Or you can do this.
Zoom.
No, I mean this.
Zoom.
Completely seamless this time.
Slide.
Okay,
Zoom.
so the next move is
Scratch.
the chop, or the, I
You got
kind
the
of
groove.
can't
Now
understand,
watch the lights for a
but
new
the way you
move.
do it is you do down
Show
and
me
then the
how
back
you
sensor.
do the chop. Slide. Chop. Scratch.
If you don't understand anything that I'm saying, you can just comment and I'll give you a list,
Slide. Chop.
because I can do that whenever I want.
Zoom.
The next move is very simple. All it is, it's called a zip. It is basically the same as the slide, except backwards. You'll notice this a lot. It's just going to be one move and then some other sensor or something. It's kind of easy to get the hang of. So all it is just a slide backwards from right to left.
Scratch.
I prefer it this way,
Zoom.
as in like,
Scratch.
I don't like when you zip across. I know it's supposed to be like that, but I don't care.
Chop.
I like cutting the sound
Zoom.
off,
Zip.
like this.
Zoom.
Okay,
Slide.
next move is the flow, which is almost like the chop. It even has almost the same sound.
You got the
All it
groove.
is
Now
just
watch
the
lights
up,
for a new
the one
move.
that is the most away from you, and then the back sensor.
Show me how
It's kind of
you
hard
do
to get
the
used to at
flow.
first. You have to move your hand away.
Chop. Zoom.
And keep in mind, I'm not touching the sensors. I'm just waving my hand right next to them. I can touch them if I want, and sometimes I actually do. In most cases, I just brush up against it with my palm.
Slide.
The next move is kind of hard to get used to at first because the sound,
Yeah.
it's the car wash. It's kind of like a slide and then a zip. So you go left, center, right, center,
Show me
left,
how you
like
do
this.
the car wash. Yeah.
The weird thing about it is that it only does the first part, when you do the slide, and then when you go through to the other end, it does the other noise. So it's kind of disorienting because you don't get.
Here it comes
Oh.
again.
Okay, lost my second life. That was not a problem. I can redo it.
See you do the zoom.
You can hear the thing speeding up a bit.
Scratch.
Okay, I just have to explain the next move, which is a zoom and a scratch right after another. It's called the rock and roll.
Show me how you do the rock and roll. Scratch. Rock and roll. Scratch. Rock and roll.
Wow, you really like rock and roll, don't you?
Scratch.
Anyway,
Car wash. Slide. Rock and roll.
next move is one of the hardest. Is the Kung Fu, I think. The way you do it is you do the down sensor, and then the back, and then down again.
Show me how you do the kung fu. Car wash.
You could hear me touch it this time like that with my palm, my whole, the middle fingers, as I call them.
Zoom.
The next one is even disorientating to me because I kind of don't know what it is. It is a swirl. It's kind of like a car wash from starting from the right. Okay, what you heard there was it catching up. Like when you do it way too slow, it like catches up to you and does it a little slower, like that. It's like it slows down.
Rock and roll. Swirl.
It's kind of hard to get the sounds right for this one. And the last move in the game is the hip hop.
Swirl.
All it is just a scratch and then a zoom. So it's kind of like a reverse rock and roll if you think about it. Okay, here we go.
You got the groove. Now watch
And
the
then we're
lights
going to
for
move on
you.
to expert mode where there's no lights. And yes, I don't know where the lights
Show me
are. I don't
how
care. Here we
you
go.
do the hip hop. Zip. Rock and roll. Zip.
May not even make it. I only have one life. Any mistake can lead to a fatal end.
Slide. Kung fu.
So if your hands get in the way of any sensor that you don't want, you're screwed.
Hip hop. Rock and roll. Slide.
Okay.
You know the moves.
In this case, it just slows down. It doesn't have another move.
Let me see you
And
do the
we're on
groove.
move expert now.
Chop.
We have to
Car wash. Hip
do some
hop.
stuff in order to get the lights out, and then it's gonna go on forever.
Zip.
I haven't played this in a long time, but considering that I've made it up to 200 more than once,
But can you do it with the lights out?
yeah, kinda, I can. Considering that I've made it up to 200 at least once, I'm pretty good at this. I mean,
Slide.
now it's just gonna do this forever, almost forever.
Hip hop.
I know it gets tiring after a while. I mean, the beat never changes, it never gets faster, it never does anything. It just does this.
Rock and roll.
The only thing you can do is hope that you'll make it.
Car
There are
wash.
times where I think this is so boring that I'm just gonna stop,
Rock and roll.
because it's easy to do the moves
Slide.
when you know what they are,
Zip.
and you know the sound of them.
Low. Ready for more?
So I just stopped there,
Your
because I
groove.
accidentally went.
Maniac. Basic score 144.
144. I'm not going to talk about the scoring system, as in the scoring, as in the numbers. I am going to talk about the Your Groove part. Let me turn the game off for now. So the Your Groove is like a rating system. If you get a certain score, you'll go up from one to another. It's kind of cool, but it's kind of not, because you kind of don't know what points what time you get a different ranking. So you start out from where's your groove, and then when you get 5 points, you're a groove wannabe, and then I don't know what the point counters are, but then it goes, I think it's newbie, and then I actually don't remember, but I do know that there is rookie, and there is a gamer. I know that gamer's farther in. I actually don't remember what the actual rankings are. But I know that after newbie there's something, and then rookie, and then gamer, and I think it's professor and wizard and machine and maniac, which is reached by I think 125 and above. And then when you get to like 250, it makes this weird noise and says, "You're a groove grandmaster." Sorry, Apple Watch, you're gonna have to shut up. And after that, it just keeps going until you get to 300, and then when you get to 300, I don't know, like, does it like keep going for infinity, or I don't know, because I've only got up to 280 something, and I'm not planning on doing it. But what I am planning on is to play Groove Expert for a while, and then to play Groove Circle, which is not a very good implementation in my opinion, because the pass it parts are actually hardwired into the game. Like, it knows when to say, now pass the groove. Because of reasons. I don't know why they choose to do that. No, not a lot of games do that, except for the ones which pass it every single command like the Simon Sweat does. But most of them just have a random number from like 3 to 8 and then say pass it after a bit. But this actually has them always the same way, so that makes it a little boring. First, let's play some
Groove circle. Groove circle.
Oh, it doesn't let you.
Groove basic. Groove advanced. Groove circle.
That's weird. But what I do know is that when you hold the thing,
Basic high score 144.
you'll get that.
Groove advanced.
Okay, fine. I'm just gonna play advanced, and then go through expert for a bit.
You ready to groove?
Oh, you know what? Instead of
See,
doing that,
try
I'm
again.
gonna lose by touching the
Let me
the
see
bottom
you,
sensor.
Here it
I
comes
mean,
again.
the back sensor, should I say. It always does the same move every single time, so that's why I know to touch that one.
Ready for more?
Yes.
Where's your groove?
Yeah, where's my groove? I'm gonna change to a different beat to see what it's like. And believe me, this is worse. It's disorientating. It sucks. You ready for this? Because I'm not.
You ready to groove?
That's the only thing good about it.
The zoom. Slide. Zoom. Scratch. Slide. Zoom. Scratch. Zoom. You got the groove. Now watch the lights for a new move.
Show me how you do the job.
Slide.
You see, I did it completely seamlessly there.
Zoom. Slide. Scratch.
But you can also do this,
Zoom.
or this,
Chop. Slide.
or do that, and make it completely zip over
Now
from one
watch the
sound to the
lights
other.
for a new move.
Dun, dun, dun. Show me how you do the zip.
Chop.
I know people who do it,
Scratch.
who do the zip
Zoom.
differently.
Scratch. Slide. Chop. Scratch.
Come on, zip,
Zip.
like this. I don't like it that way.
You got the groove. Now watch the lights for a new move.
No, I'm not doing that. Sorry. Show me how you do the flow.
Chop. Slide.
There are a bunch of weird noises that this thing can make when you make it to the end of the level or when you learn a new move.
Low.
It's kind of hard to talk and do this at the same time. So that's why it just stopped on me, because I was too slow.
You got the groove. Now watch
As
the
in,
lights for
when
a
it does
new
the
move.
second sound,
Show me
when the
how
second
you
sound
do the
ends
car
after
wash.
the time limit was up,
Low.
that's when it slows down.
Chop.
When it,
Zoom.
you know, when you haven't done the whole move, it just fails.
Car wash. Chop.
But if you do the wrong sensor, it fails anyway. Like there. The sound didn't catch up because I was too slow
Now
and
watch the
waited.
lights for a new move.
Show me how you do the rock and roll. Yeah.
Chop.
You can hear it speed up just a bit.
Rock and roll. Car wash.
What I kind of don't get is why doesn't the music,
Car wash.
I mean the music doesn't have
Scratch.
beats, as in like sampled sounds, it has pitch changes. But then why doesn't the sound speed up either? Like the new gym. The new gym has pitch change everywhere. It even says go and who's next in a weird pitch.
Rock and roll.
So I kind of don't get that. Like, why doesn't the Groove It do
Rock
that?
and roll.
I mean, if it's capable of changing the rhythm's pitch, why can't it do that
Got the groove. Now watch the lights
with
for a new move.
the sounds? But it's a game, so I don't care.
Do the swirl. Scratch.
The swirl is the hardest move for me,
Swirl.
because I kind of don't know what to do. I just wave my crap.
Try again.
The noise is when you take too long, and the
Let's see you do the rock and
is
roll.
the noise when you hear when you do something wrong.
Now, here it comes
Crap! I completely forgot. I think my mind isn't
again.
working
Let's see
today.
you do the
I'm not gonna make it.
Ready
Yep.
for more?
I
You're a groove maker. Advance.
Oh,
Score.
forgot about that.
68.
there's a way too many things that I probably forgot. One of them was Maker. I know there's minor after rookie or before. I don't know, and then actually no, it's before newbie, and it's like minor, rookie, gamer, maker, professor, wizard, machine maniac, grandmaster, I think. But I don't know the point stuff, so yeah. I am not good at this right now. I'm gonna try one more time. And yes, it does save the game that you were previously on, unless you reset it, of course. So it knows which game you started on, and if you like playing that particular game, like Groove Expert, you can just be there. But I kind of don't know why Groove Expert. Okay, I'm gonna play this Groove Advanced again and hope I can unlock Groove Expert without failing this time.
You ready to groove?
And I'm gonna do it on this speed again, just to screw me over.
Slide. Scratch.
Why is this so slow?
Slide. Scratch. Slide.
Well, I guess it's the first part of the game, so it's supposed to be slow.
Slide.
You're up. You got the groove, now what's the light? Score a new move. Show me how you do the chop. Yeah. Ooh.
Scratch. Chop. Zoom. Chop. Zoom. Chop. Zoom. Scratch.
Okay, here we go again. You got the groove, now what's the light? Score a new move.
Show me how you do the
Zip.
chop. Zip.
I think this is the...
Try again.
What the crap? Whatever. I think this is the quietest game. If you don't count the speaker, it is the quietest game that you can ever play. Because you never even touch the thing. Well, unless you're using the buttons, but you're not using the buttons to play the game. You're using the buttons to control the game when it's not being played. Because you can't control it with sensors when it's not being played. That's weird. But aside from that, you don't hear any more mechanical noises unless you touch the thing like that. You can. I actually do when I play Groove Expert. I do that instead of just zooming along quietly. Because it feels more secure, and it still works. There's nothing wrong with touching the game. I mean the sensors when you're playing it. I'm just saying that it will detect it if it's not touching.
Car wash. Slide. Chop.
You can hear the music speed up, but the sounds don't speed up, as I said before.
Zoom. Slide. Yeah. You got the groove. Now
What's the light? Score a new move. Show me how you do the groove. Oh, I forgot.
Slide. Rock and roll. Slide.
Yeah, that's the two noises again.
Now. Zoom. Slide. Zip. You got the groove. Now watch the lights for a new move.
I like doing this.
Show me how you do the
Kung Fu. Wow, that was a miracle. I thought I didn't touch the down sensor.
slide. Kung Fu.
This is where it gets hard
Car wash.
for me, to to do
rock
it
and roll,
by talking
car wash,
and
kung
doing it
fu,
at the same time.
slide. You
This is
got
why I
it. Now
kind of
what's
like
the
doing
nice
live
story you move?
commentary, because it's actually challenging to do it.
Show me how you do the swirl, slide,
I think this is where I lost. I actually don't remember.
rock and roll, swirl, car wash, kung fu, chop,
Excuse the noises.
Nem lehet ennek
Videót
számon.
veszek.
Igen, de ott akkor kell hajnalban indulunk Görögországba, és egész nap vezetni fog.
slide,
Fine.
hip hop, swirl, hip hop,
Maybe I'll have to re-record this whole video. I don't care. I can do it anytime.
chop, zip. You know the move.
Okay, we are close.
Let me see you do the car wash, zip.
So in
Rock
Groove,
and roll. Here it comes
wow.
again.
In Groove Advanced, you get more time. You need more
Let me
moves
see you
before
do
you
the
get into
rock and
the
roll,
lights out stuff.
chop,
Okay, one more life.
scratch,
May not even make
hip
it.
hop,
Just depends.
zoom, plow, scratch, slide, scratch, kung fu, rock and roll, chop, plow, rock and roll,
That's the similarity of the two sounds. There.
zoom,
Okay, we're almost there. Come on.
zip,
Come on.
swirl. You know the move, but can you do it with the lights out? Let me see you do the chop, zoom,
And now it's just gonna go on forever. And I'll probably unlock Groove Expert, but I kinda don't.
chop, scratch, hip hop, zoom, scratch, plow,
So this is gonna go on forever, basically.
swirl, rock and roll, kung fu, scratch, zoom, zip, plow,
Don't have anything else to say.
chop,
Once
plow,
you get used to all the moves, you're completely fine.
zip, zoom, scratch, chop, hip hop,
I was almost close to losing
zoom,
there, but I didn't.
car wash, chop, scratch, kung fu, car wash, swirl, scratch,
It's kind of ironic how I'm better at Groove Advanced because it's faster
swirl,
than Groove. As in not the speed, but like the time that you have between the moves added.
plow,
To me, that's easier.
kung
I
fu,
know it's easier for beginners, but it's kind of not for me. This is the easier one for me.
scratch,
And you can unlock it right from the get-go when you reset the game. So you don't need to go through the basics to unlock Advanced. Just like, or unlike with the Bucket Shout, for
hip
example.
hop, scratch,
But you do need to unlock Groove Expert, so that's
slide,
it. And you can unlock it by playing Groove Basic or Advanced at a certain point.
rock and roll,
And I probably have unlocked it way before.
zoom,
I mean,
car wash,
in this game.
zip, scratch,
Yeah, that's the example of the noise with zip that I kind of don't like.
zoom, swirl, rock and roll, car wash, slide,
So this is just gonna go on
rock
and
and
on
roll,
and on.
hip
I
hop,
may even get a high score. I don't even know what my high score is, but I don't care.
slide, scratch,
I don't do high scores
rock and
anymore. I
roll,
just tag the game.
slide, kung fu, slide, swirl, car wash, rock and roll, chop, scratch, zoom, hip hop, chop, rock and roll, plow, slide, hip hop, zoom, hip hop, kung fu, zip,
Yeah.
hip hop, zoom,
You can tell that I'm trying to end the game as fast as
hip
possible
hop,
by being as fast as possible to screw up.
zoom, Ready for more?
Okay, we're done.
Your groove,
machine,
Maniac.
or mini,
Advanced
whatever.
score 208.
Wow. Cool. Okay, so
Groove, expert.
I don't know why, but it plays that noise every time. So you can probably know what expert is by now. I'm not gonna play it. All it is just 12 commands with lights, and then all the rest up to 300 without lights. Like all the moves. I do not want to get into this. I'm going to put this on medium volume, or low volume,
Groove, expert.
because of reasons. And, in the groove, in low volume mode, I don't know why, but the music is way lower than the sound effects, so you can understand the moves instead of the music. That EQ, like, changing volumes, like, effect is so neat, and I probably didn't see it in a lot of games before. I don't know if Loops does it. Speaking of Loops, Loops has sensors as well, so there may be even more stuff going on.
Groove circle.
It's very close. Okay, just gonna do Groove Circle until maybe Groove Expert, maybe not. Let's go.
You ready to groove?
I hope you can hear this.
Let me see you do the slide. Zoom. Scratch.
Forgot to change the beat, but I don't care. I'm gonna do that later.
Now pass the groove.
It is always like that. Let me see you do that.
Zoom. Slide.
It's not always 4, but
Zoom.
it's close to 4.
Slide.
And this is the Groove Basic area.
Now pass the groove.
It never does other, like it does, but
Scratch.
at the beginning it always does this.
Scratch.
And it goes on for the variant that the Groove Basic does. So there's no Groove Advanced or Expert Passive mode, unfortunately.
Show me how you do the chop. Slide. Scratch. Slide.
Now pass the groove. This is so slow.
Let me see you do
You know what?
the chop.
I'm just gonna move up to the flow and end it because there's no other point in doing this anymore.
Zoom. Chop. Scratch. Yeah. Now pass the groove.
What I kind of don't like is that the now past the
Let me
groove,
see you do
the
the
music
slide.
changes pitch to the default every time. And
Scratch.
since it's higher, it's disorientating and weird.
Now watch the lights for a new move.
Show me how you do that.
Zip. Zoom.
Ooh.
Chop. Zoom. Slide.
You see, it's more than 6 commands, way more than 6 commands. Now,
Now pass the groove.
you see what I mean? Let me see you do that.
Zoom. Zip. Scratch. Chop. Zoom. Chop. You got the groove. Now watch
Okay,
the
I'm gonna
lights
go
for
for
a new
one more
move.
pass it and we'll just lose the game because there's no.
Show me how
There's
you
no
do
point.
the plow. Zip. Yeah. Now pass the
But
groove.
that's it. I don't care anymore. But pass it is okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
Ready for more? You're a groove rookie. Score 40.
Oh, it actually gives you your score. That's weird. But it doesn't save a high score for pass it, unfortunately. So when you hold the button now, it tells me the scores that I got for basic and advanced. Yes, I will. I don't need any more instructions. You're welcome.
Basic, high score 144.
And then it pauses and
Advanced, high score 208.
I kind of like that. Like I like how they made it so that it's like level, little pause, high score, big pause, number, big pause. And the next game, little pause, high score, big pause. You know, and then the number, and if export is present, it will do that too. The only time it says groove is when you actually go through the games. It just says basic, advanced or expert. Just go through this, go to this beat again, and go back to normal volume. High, and turn it off. Because I don't really want to do anything else. It's kind of late, so I'm probably just gonna end this video. And I hope I didn't waste your time. That you've watched me play Groove It and explain the moves. And if you actually do get a Groove It, and no, it's not hard to find, because if we have, then you can, test out all the sensors, and I didn't actually mean to say that, but, the sensors for mine work, except for sometimes where the back sensor sometimes doesn't work and you have to restart the game in order to get it to work. There are times where it does that, kind of don't know why, but it is not just my unit. Daniel's reported this as well. Now you know how to do all the moves. As I said before, if you didn't understand some of them, or you don't know the layout of the sensors, you can comment, and I will try to give you a description on what your problem is, because I can help if there is anything going on. And of course, there's no headphone jack on this thing, so you're not supposed to plug it into anything, which is not a problem, but you probably could use one. That's not a problem to have, that's not a bad thing to have, but a lot of games just don't have it nowadays. I don't know about the 2016 games, but we're going to talk about that later, sometime in May or June, I don't know when. So yeah, that was it for the Groove It review. I hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I will see you when I get rid of these alerts, and when I upload this video, and I don't know what I'm going to be doing next.
Speech on.
So, I get rid of these things.
Close. Twitter. Close. Twitter. Close. Camera. Viewfinder. Image.
Okay.
Double tap to focus.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.